The biggest part, the essence of learning is doing things that make you uncomfortable to the point that you gather so much information that you eventually evolve. Now, this can be evolution on a really small scale or evolution on a larger scale. But in order to do it, you must take the first step, which is doing things that make you uncomfortable. Right now, I'm doing something that makes me extremely uncomfortable, and that is recording a video in public. I'm so terrified of the eyes around me, the voices that I don't even hear. They terrify me because I've grown to fear other people's opinions. It's just how I've been raised. Whether that be because of the way my parents have treated me, or sorry, it's a little bit noisy, or how other people have treated me. The sad thing is, we assume being made fun of to only happen when we do something that we also feel is strange or out of our comfort zone. So we choose not to do things that make us uncomfortable because we're scared of how people are going to think about what people are going to think about it. But the truth is, other people don't give a shit whether or not what you're doing makes you uncomfortable. If it makes them uncomfortable, they'll probably make fun of you for it. So whether or not you feel uncomfortable is out of the question. So by choosing to adhere to other people's whims and other people's perception of you, you're really limiting yourself. So what's the solution? How do you go about doing things that make you uncomfortable? You do it by doing everything that you can do. How? Okay. Think of it like dancing. There's really no rules when it comes to dancing. No one in this world said there's guidelines to dancing. There's ways to dance. There's no guidelines to it. You can't classify dancing as a specific set of movements that have rules around them. It's just movement with your body, be it to music, without music, whatever it is. It's movement of the body. There's really no boundaries. And when you do a dance move, you feel uncomfortable at first because you're just making a movement that doesn't make any sense. But once you actually do it enough times and chain moves together, it eventually becomes a coherent dance. But it is uncomfortable at first. I like to see learning as a sort of dancing. Kind of like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, just on a more profound scale. I was at the library earlier. I had to get my library card renewed. And I was so overwhelmed by literally nothing even happening. By nothing. I was overwhelmed by nothing. I was overwhelmed because there were people around me who seemed way smarter than I was, who seemed like they had shit figured out. And I felt like someone who doesn't have shit figured out. So I felt uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. I'm worried about whether or not people are going to think I'm a fraud for being in a library when I have no knowledge of my own. But that sort of mindset stops you from trying things, stops you from learning. So I choose to do something that makes me comfortable, which is eating and drinking, which is what I'm doing right now. But I'm tired of just being comfortable. I'm so tired of constantly keeping myself in comfort and fear of failure. So although I'm sitting here eating and drinking, like I usually do, I decided to do something else that makes me uncomfortable, which is recording in public. This is a small step towards my evolution as a person, but it's still a step. It still means something because I'm doing something that makes me uncomfortable. And you never really grow unless you make yourself uncomfortable to whatever degree. Right now, I'm learning that nobody really gives a shit. Nobody gives a fuck what I'm doing. That's something I'm learning right now. That's good because it makes me less scared to make moves. It makes me less scared to move forward with my life. People could be hearing me. People could be choosing to ignore me and what I'm saying. But who cares? Who gives a shit? Me before I tried it. That's who gave a shit. But right now I'm doing it and I'm not really as scared as I was before. And that's a step in the right direction. You don't have to go out of your way to make it everybody's business what you're really doing. You just have to make it your own business. See, the sad part is I'm now done with my snack, but I still have some beer left. So I'm going to drink the rest of my beer and I'm going to go try and learn something else. Um, yeah, nice talking to you.